Hi everyone, this is Cheyenne. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to show you guys how to achieve this emerald green eyeshadow look. First thing I'm going to do is go into my Impressed You eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to take this tan color and I'm going to put that all over my eyelid from the inner corner to the end of my eyebrow, and I'm going to repeat the same step for both eyes. I'm just going to keep doing like a sweeping blending motion back and forth. And I'm just going to make sure that I don't put that into my brow bone. The next step is to take a flat brush that I'm going to be using from e.l.f. and I'm going to take a yellow color from my Cara palette and put that onto my brow bone. And it depends on how bright you want the color. I didn't want the yellow to be that vibrant, so I just put a little bit. I don't want the yellow to overpower the color of this look. And I'm just going to repeat the same steps. The next thing I'm going to do is take the same kind of brush that I used to blend the tan color, and I'm going to take like a rust brown color and I'm going to blend that from the end of my eyebrow to the inner corner of my brow and kind of bring it down to the front towards my tear duct. The next thing I am going to do is take a crease brush from my Spicy palette, and I'm going to put that in my crease, and I'm going to focus that more so on the outer corner of my eye, and I'm going to press it into the crease as firmly as I can, just so I could get that that look that I want. And you want the crease look to be very defined, so you just have to build up the color. And I'm just going to keep blending that and just keep focusing it on the end of the eyebrow. The next thing I'm going to do is go on with my number 22 U Spicy brush and get the emerald green color, and I'm going to put that in my my Impressed You palette, and I'm going to pack the color on. You want to, depending on how bright you want the color, you want to pack the color on really good. So I went into the palette about 3 or 4 times just to pack on the color. And then you're just going to repeat the same steps for both eyes, of course. And just keep packing it on. Now I'm going to take an e.l.f. brush and I'm going to blend that line where the cranberry color and the emerald green color meet. I'm not going to bring the color up because I don't want it to look muddy. I'm just going to blend it so that there's no harsh lines. With eyeshadow, you always want to make sure that you're blending it out so that you're not having any harsh lines, so it doesn't look like you just set the colors on top of each other. I'm taking off my tape so that I can do my eyeliner, and now I'm going to take my LA Girls liquid eyeliner and give myself a little baby wing. This step is optional. You don't have to use the eyeliner if you don't want to, but it just gives it a little bit more of a nicer look. And also using eyeliner, lining the top of your eyelid gives you more of a natural look when you put on lashes with the band. And so the next thing I'm going to do is apply the cream lashes in the number 702. You can get these at your local beauty supply. They're like $2 maybe. And I use my finger to apply them. I do not use the tweezers. I use tweezers on clients but not on myself because I find it a lot easier to just apply them. And then I'm going to go in with my Makeup Shayla and Maybelline collaboration mascara just to give myself a little bit more defined eyelashes. Between my lashes and these false lashes that I use, they're both a little bit thin. They're not really dramatic, so I'm just going to give myself a little bit more of a dramatic look with these. And just keep packing on the mascara until you're satisfied with the look that you have. So as you can see, I just put on a lot of mascara. Next thing I'm going to do is prime my face with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, the combination skin one. It comes in it's like black on the top, and then it's like a clear tube. I use the combination skin one because I am dry in the winter and oily in the summer, and with this I have oil control and I have control over my dry places like my nose, and sometimes my forehead gets really dry, but mostly in like my nose area. And after I put on my primer, I am going to put on my color corrector in the orange or red shade, and I'm just going to color correct my dark spots. You don't have to put it under your eye. I just do because I like the way it looks sometimes, especially when I do have dark spots under my eyes, but I don't have as many dark spots as I used to there. Now I'm going to take my Fenty Beauty foundation in the shade 430, and I'm going to put it on half of my face and work my way up. I put it on half of my face because the Fenty Beauty dries fast, and you just have to work really fast with it, so I just do half of my face. And I learned this trick from my cousin. She told me to just do half of my face and then work my way to the top. So after I use the brush, I take a beauty blender and I blend out the foundation. And you don't have to use the brush and the beauty blender, it's optional, but I do both. I use the brush first, of course. And now I'm just taking a little beauty sponge and blending it out. And just keep blending that out. Blend between the eyes and any other places that you missed, and cover up all the red corrector and blend the forehead. Blend, 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 and just keep blending it all out. The blending takes the longest. So the next thing I'm going to do is take my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Medium Beige and my Ruby Kisses Concealer in the shade Chestnut, and I'm going to mix those two together to highlight my under eyes, my Cupid's bow, and my chin. You don't have to highlight those places. I highlight those places, but just so you're aware, when you highlight certain parts of your face, it brings them out more. They stand out, so just be aware of that when you're highlighting. They should have like face charts for where certain people with face shapes highlight. And I'm just going to take a flat paintbrush, yes, a paintbrush, and I'm going to blend that out first before I use my beauty blender. Using a paintbrush works better for me than using a flat brush, or one of the flat brushes that I have in my eyeshadow brush kits, because well, specifically with this concealer, it helps it spread more. I feel like they've changed the formula of the LA Girl Pro Concealer. And now I'm going to take my beauty sponge and blend it out and just keep blending it. I would start at the bottom of where the concealer is and work my way up, but it's okay. today I'm just going to start from wherever and work my way up and around. As long as it's blended, it doesn't really matter. And just keep blending. And now I'm going to take my bin eye setting powder and set the places that I highlighted. And I'm going to take this little beauty sponge and I'm going to highlight under where I would have contoured. I didn't contour today, but I can post a video about that if you guys want. And I just like the way that this setting powder gives my face a contoured, chiseled look. That little step is also optional. And now I'm going to press it in. You don't have to press it in, but I like to press in the powder just to make sure that I don't have any creasing in. Sometimes I like to take my MAC face powder or whatever face powder, whatever brand, whatever shade is my color, and wipe away the excess powder just so that just in case it's too light sometimes or I put on too much setting powder, being the human that I am. So I just like to brush it away. And now I'm going to moisturize my lips with my Burpee's Pomegranate Lip Balm. And I'm going to take my Makeover Essentials black eyeliner and line my waterline. I like to wait until after I do my concealer to do my under eye makeup, just so that it doesn't get messed up and there's time saved from having to go back and fix it. And I'm going to take a detail brush and take that cranberry shade, and I'm going to put that underneath my eyes as well, just to give it a little bit more color. And repeat both steps on both eyes. And I'm going to take my baby mascara and be very, very careful putting it on the bottom, on my bottom lashes. This is a very tedious step, especially if you have little eyelashes. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is take my Fenty Beauty highlighter in the shade Sangria Sunset and Mimosa Sunrise and blend them both together. And I like to use very little highlight, not too much sometimes, depending on the look that I'm going for. And I feel like the Fenty highlighters are like really good for like women of color on their skin. Now I'm going to line my lips with a brown lip liner. And sometimes when I do the top of my lip, I like to line over a little bit because my lips are like really small. And then I take my LA Curls lip color. It's like a pink nude shade. I don't know the name of it. And I'm just gonna put that on with the lip liner. It's almost like the NYX Lingerie lip glosses or lipsticks or whatever ones they have. It works really good. And then of course I'm going to put my MAC lip gloss. You get this at your local beauty supply as well. It's like $1 or like $1.99. And then I'm going to set my face with my NYX setting spray, and I'm just gonna let that dry. And this is the final look. I will insert a picture just so you guys can see. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on my journey. If you have any video ideas, comment below. Thank you so much for